Ta-da! So this morning, well, last night, I guess I should start back with that. I actually went to sleep around like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is fairly early for me, considering my normal time. So when I got up to take my son to bus stop and whatnot, I was feeling pretty good. So I decided to stay awake and be productive and put the engine in the fucking car, finally. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. It's in here now. Past is the past, right? So yeah, I went ahead and plugged this side in, like I was saying, pull off the side, just plug on. But I left the other side unplugged because I still gotta mock up the turbo piping. Normally, how I've always done it, run intercooler piping, and that's just because the piping I had was the way it was I ran piping from here down to here and around the front, which is one of the big reasons why I deleted the ABS. That's like, actually that's 99% of the reason why I pulled off the ABS modules, because of that. I wanted to have the space here, because the turbo kit I have, you know, sticks out like that. But now that I'm looking at the engine bay, and maybe it's just because the Integra's engine bay is bigger, I don't know, at least it gives me the illusion of being bigger. I'm not even sure. I think that I have two different kind of intercooler piping. I have actually three kinds. I have a sectional piece, and then I have the piece that goes down here, and then the piece that comes down the side right over top of the transmission. Personally, I think that the intercooler piping that goes right here looks a lot cleaner and neater. Probably easier to install too. But I guess that's just I'll see exactly how I'm gonna run it when I start digging through. I'm gonna dig out all my intercooler piping here pretty soon, and start looking at my options that I have. There's always even an option I could buy brand new, because this was like the last big step that I had to do, was actually to put it in here. Now that it's in here, the rest of it's just bolt-on repairs. It's pretty easy, so no need to feel like I've got to rush. I still got to buy my vacuum caps to plug off these extra coolant lines and all that good shit, but not a big deal. So the reason why I didn't want the full-size radiator is because that right there, you see the turbo. Maybe if I had it mounted higher up where it was supposed to be, it wouldn't be an issue, but I think the turbo housing on the intake side is too big to fit with the full-size radiator with the fans and shit on. So I think I'm going to talk to homeboy I got the radiator from, because he has multiples and he also has a half size, and I think I might just get a Civic half size radiator, which will fit perfectly in here, and I can just, you know, either leave one side of it hanging a little bit or make a bracket. It's not a big deal. That's not a problem at all. So yeah, so downpipe, I might see, I don't know, there's always a chance I might see by actually getting a proper downpipe so I can put the actual exhaust in here. But if not, I'll just have the downpipe right here, and it's not a big deal. My piping will fit. I just need something that's able to tune, so I can always cut mine real short, because my bung is really high for the O2 sensor. So I can always cut mine short and bolt it on just for the O2, so we can tune and then have something custom made later, or who knows, I might even do it up pipe. I don't know. It's just, honestly, this is the laziness of not wanting to remove the the fucking exhaust from the car, but not a big deal. Overall, yeah, I think this is the rest of it's, like I said, it's not going to be too hard. I've been taking baby steps real slow, so I'm doing one thing at a time. Do one thing here and stop and do one thing. So the next thing I'll probably do is, like, besides dig out all my intercooler piping, is mock up the intercooler. So I'm probably gonna have to shave the front grill out or whatnot. But I bought some brackets instead of bolting it the way I normally do, which takes forever because I gotta cut the bumper support. I think I'm just gonna remove the bumper support entirely and use the brackets I bought to just bolt it straight in here. That'll probably save me some space in the bumper as well. And if I don't have to cut the bumper, I won't necessarily do it. I'm not really worried about having any kind of blockage of airflow. It'll flow perfectly fine. Plus, I'd rather keep this car a little bit more low key than anything. I'm not trying to be too flashy. I'll probably go to the hangouts a couple of times just to film some stuff and just to get the car seen. But I'm not trying to have a lot of eyes on me a lot of times. And it seems like I got a fucking ant infestation. I bumped my battery the other day and the ants came crawling out from under there, so I'm gonna fucking throw some bug bombs in the car or whatnot. I guess that's the problem when you have something sitting for too long. Wildlife takes over. Anyway, I'm gonna see about finding a bolt. I can see if I can get lucky at work and find a bolt that matches that thread pitch and size, and so I can get that tranny bracket completely mounted. And then I'm gonna dig out my T bracket again and come out here and measure it up and see if it's the right one. I don't think it is, so I'm probably gonna have to buy a rear mount bracket again, a T bracket, to finish that up. But other than that fucking back mount, this engine is completely bolted into the car at this point. Yeah, pretty happy about that. I'm gonna get a gasket here for a couple bucks off eBay, and I left the fucking return line unplugged, so I need to hook that up. But I have a little bit of extra line running off too long because of course now the turbo is a lot lower. So I was just being lazy. I need to cut it with a razor blade and adjust it. The main reason why I didn't cut it yet before I dropped it in is because I'm still not 100% certain that I'm going to keep this adapter. I might just, you know, have this done. I just, you know, again being lazy because I'm going to have to, for me to cut it, I'm going to have to cut it well. That's more money I have to spend. Plus I'm going to have to drop the whole manifold and take it to dude, and I don't know. We'll see. I guess it really just depends on the pacing I get everything else done. Oh yeah, also now that I'm over here, because this sits higher than well, no, I guess it really isn't much difference. I'm tripping because I'm thinking the intercooler piping is here. It's been too long since I've done this. Intercooler piping is gonna come off the bottom, so yeah, never mind. I was gonna say that, you know, make it work around, but I don't even need to because I'm fucking retarded. So I just have to shift the housing a little bit further back. Oh fuck! But then, you know, I have to move that out of the way. Anyway, well, now I feel a lot safer saying this is gonna run by the end of the year. But I mean, it's only got two weeks left of this month, and then it's just December. But everything's in place, so I just need to put the fuel oil on, put the starter on, and I should be able to turn this over. Well, once I get the battery charged. So hopefully soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching.